Hi everyone. Today we're going to be discussing basic HTML coding, the very bare bones of how to create a website. So I've already gone ahead and opened Sublime for you. You'll want to make sure you do that. I'm keeping these videos rather short, so it's the bare bones basics and we build one upon the other. So this will focus entirely on HTML basics. The first thing I want to do when I'm in Sublime is go to File and Save. Once I'm in here, I'm sorry that's slightly out of view so these upload better. I need to go to wherever I'm going to put my folder. I'm going to put mine on the desktop. I'm going to get a new folder and I'm going to name that according to the project so that it makes sense. So I'll call this Coding HTML Demonstration. And I tend to run all my words together like that on purpose, so I don't have to remember if I've put spaces in titles and I can find them. You can title this any way you want to, but on other occasions it's going to be very important that you title them a certain way. So I'm going to create that folder, and now, using all lowercase, I'm going to title this index.html. This is essentially our home page, and I'm putting it inside the Coding HTML Demonstration folder because it's most important to create your folder first and then put everything inside it. And if you try and move it later, what happens is that you can lose your connections. It won't give you the right photos, it won't give you the right CSS, nothing will work. So we're going to make that folder first, index.html, save. Should be saving. It's doing something. There we go. And now it appears that I've done nothing. And the reason that I go ahead and do this first is because if I now start to type, and what I would tell you in class is the first thing we type is the open caret, which is the less than sign, and then HTML, all lowercase. Well, you'll notice by saving first, Sublime has allowed me to use their tricks and tips, their pop-up menu. So it immediately popped up this HTML. I didn't do anything fancy. If I click on that, Sublime will automatically put all of that text exactly where I need it. It won't miss any of the open and close tags. It won't miss any of the slashes. It'll make sure that I have everything that I need. Now, if you come up here and have a look, you'll notice that the doc type HTML, which is hypertext markup language, is always sitting there. And then that's not actually a critical part of our code down here. With this code, we have an HTML. This is called an open tag when it has the less than and greater than symbol around the word. You'll notice head is underneath it, and then title, and then you'll suddenly notice something different. You'll have those open and close tags with a slash in it. This, if you look at title here, this is the open tag for the comment or code that you're going to give it, and this is the close tag. So you open something and you close something. And then you see that HTML, if I click on them, another nice thing about Sublime is it gives you the open HTML and it shows you where the close is. The open head, the close. The open title, the close title. And the same with the body. Now, I like to immediately give myself some space between everything. I can get overwhelmed trying to find errors in my code, so I find that if I keep it as clean as possible, clean code means no extra junk that shouldn't be there. So I keep it as clean as possible, and I separate it out, tab it, give spaces, anything I need to keep it clean. So now I've just moved it. None of those returns make any difference to what you'll see in your browser. So the first place I'm going to type is up here in title. If I title this Jeri's Demonstration, and you can use some special characters up here, it's not usually common though, this is actually the title of your web page. So if somebody was going to search for something, if you put exclamation points or apostrophes or anything in it, it's going to make it harder to find with Google. So I'll just call it Jeri demonstration, and then we'll have no trouble. So I'm going to go to File and Save, and it's slightly out of your screen view. So now that I've saved it, it has gone into the folder that I'd already created, which is outside here, and you can't quite see it. So now I'm going to drag that index.html into my browser, and you see that the only thing it's done is add Jeri demonstration up here at the top. It hasn't put any content in. So now let's pop back to Sublime and let's add some content. There will be other things that we add into this head area, but that will be in our next CSS demonstration and then when we go into Google Fonts. So hold off on putting anything else up there for now. I'm keeping these very brief so you get the basics first. You can put in your general text, body copy, and then you can start making it look good. What we're doing here will not look good. So after body, I'm just going to start typing any content that I want to put in here. It will just go and go and go and go. Even if I space, click this return bar, nothing will happen. The text will still run together. So now I'll go ahead and hit save again. So that's continuing to save index.html. I'll pop back here to my demonstration in the browser and I'll hit refresh. And you see all of my text there, just running together. So you can organize it forever in here, but until you sort of give it direction, which we're going to give some direction here, but for the most part, we're going to give all of our direction in CSS, which is your cascading style sheets. So I'm going to stop here on this. That's your basic HTML. This is the critical code that you need to know.